I'm hooked to it now. You are now watching the 2025 season of Farming with Duffy Ag. It's almost a nice day, blue skies, everything else. So welcome back to the channel. There's some mistakes made previously, and Mother Nature really, well, we got 7/10 of an inch of rain, which I consider ourselves lucky because people have sent me that they had 3 inches. Somebody told me there's 4 foot of water on their corn. And it's just bad, all around bad. But previously, as you see, the 4640 is behind me, and we will talk about that in a minute. So previously, we had Bowerman Ag in, and Steve dropped all of our grass for us. And as I just said, we got 7/10 of an inch of rain. I think we will actually be somewhat okay. Yes, it's wet, but it was wet when it got dropped. It was wet when it got rained on. 7520 is over there, ready to go to work. I don't know if it's gonna work today or not. If the sun comes out, the wind keeps up, it's supposed to be 80 something today. But we did not need that rain. There is a lot of hay that was tedded out, almost ready to bale, that is now soaked. And that makes it absolutely horrible. I'd consider our timing on the hay somewhat okay. As long as we get the heat and some sunshine, we'll be okay. As far as putting corn in, well, yesterday was a very good day of putting corn in. We got a lot done, me and Harley. As I said, the corn planter is not attached to the 4640 any longer. Yes, I know it's windy. I'm very glad. We were gonna work on getting some mics once we get done with spring field work and everything else. But where we're at, as you can see, I have mud clots coming in from being between the tires. And how it worked out last night, we got into some bad scenario, into some really wet ground, and we sunk the tractor. I'm amazed that that wrapped around like that. So we sunk the tractor, and I was working back and forth, and honestly, the planter's so deep in the ground that it ripped the cotter pin out of the bottom of the pin and popped it out. And I have not really looked at this in the daytime yet. I just came out. Yeah, so our hoses are still good. As you see, there's mud all over absolutely everything. I was able to work my way back and forth after it was done, or after it popped the planter off, and get the tractor out so I would not have to walk. Well, me and Harley would not have to walk through the very wet conditions. We got to go get the planter out of the mud. And then this thing needs to get washed because as you see, trashed, absolutely trashed. But we were planting along, and I said, yeah, I can make it through that hole or that wet spot. It's down a little bit further. No, we literally went from moving to stopped, and it's absolutely disgusting. What's your thoughts on it? Yeah. Hold on, live interview with Harley since she was there live last night. Was it great? Everything you expected?
Yeah.
Let's not do that again.
I mean, we probably will at some point, but, you know.
Hopefully, probably again this year before we actually get done. So, how you doing, Cherry? But alrighty, we're gonna go get the planter out, and that is our mission for today. If I get around to getting some groundwork, I will be very happy. But honestly, the planter's got to get out of the mud. It's lifted up, which is good. So like there's nothing wrong with the planter. It's just the tongue is in the mud, and the 4640 was just buried, absolutely buried. Okay, Eric Mattis, who sent me a snap that morning, said I can't wait to get a snap of the 4640 absolutely sunk in the mud. You didn't get a snap, but we did do it. So you'll see when we get out there. Harley's gonna bring the 27 out in case I need to pick it up or something. But we got the 650G here. I said I got a winch on it just in case I gotta winch it, because there's some ruts in front of it. But if I can get it up and back it underneath, I'll just pull it out with this. I don't know if I got enough room, honestly. If I can hook it to the winch, I will just pull it out. So we'll go put this to use. So decisions were made, and they were not made in the right way. I should have just not even come from there to over there. But we were cruising along, and I thought the wet spot was a little lower. It was dark, it was late, and well, there's a spring that is underneath the ground here. That's our big thing. And as you see, the planter's up in the air, and I was wiggling back and forth enough. The pin had popped out because we're in the ground, and it had ripped the cotter, and so it popped out. So I pulled forward, and all of a sudden the planter wasn't attached, and I was able to, at that point, what are we doing here? Oh yeah, there's a connector here that goes there. There we go. I was able to get myself out, the tractor at least. The planter, the row units, I picked them up in time. We didn't have any issues there, so at least we're good there. The tires are they're just caked. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get the 27 in here close enough to actually pick it up. We got a winch on the back of there. It was moving. I thought about going backwards, but we don't have a way of really holding it. So Harley's coming with the 27 to help me supervise, do stuff. But yeah, this was a wet spot. Honestly, the rest of the field, for as much rain as we got, if we get some good weather, we'll be planting tomorrow, and we'll be hammering planting tomorrow. So like, it's wet, but it's not as saturated as I thought coming up with the tracks and everything else like that. So I got to get myself situated. I'm probably just gonna winch it out. I don't think it's worth messing around with the 27, even trying to get in here, because then I'm gonna pull another piece of equipment out. Oh my god, this was my mistake. We dissed through it, and I said, yeah, it's really not that bad, but clearly it was pretty bad.
Alright, so we just made it up here with the 2755, and Chris brought the Dozer up. So he's getting things kind of smoothed out with that right now, and then I'll await some direction from him on where he wants me, how he wants me to help.
So I was able to pick it up with the Dozer blade. I'm just gonna have her come in and hold the frame up, because no matter if we blocked it a bunch, it probably would help, but didn't bring any blocks with me. So if she can hold it up and then I can back underneath it, then we'll be good. I'm worried she's gonna get stuck and I'm gonna have to pull her out, but so it keeps sliding. See, that should stop it. Oh, in the mud. Okay. Should have enough length there. I'm hooked to it now. Got it all in there. Got the cable all pulled tight. Yeah, bad spot to be. Test our luck and definitely lost out on that.
Xena tried to pull it out. Solid effort. Didn't quite work.
Dozer is the right call. Some people said, oh, go hook the 75 to it. We would have made a much bigger mess. Okay, it's gonna stay right here. Honestly, it can go back to work. It's not like we mudded up any of the row units. I picked it up very quickly when we got into that stuff. We should have just enough seed left on board to finish this field. That was kind of where we're at, but as you can see, that's what the field looks like now. This is all planted from here down, so it's all higher ground, but I'm tired. So I'm gonna put the jack and let it roll and reel it out. And when it comes time to be ready to rock and roll again, we'll get after it. But we only got about 2 or 3 days left and we're done, like with weather-wise. So we got to do it in that time. I guess we got to go up a lot. Yeah, that's not the best way of doing it, I know. Keep going up. You're good. Plus it falls in the ground some. Go down now. Yep. Reel it in. Yeah, C&H recovery call for all your recovery needs. Good work, dude. Look at you. Did you go swimming in the mud hole? Did you? Yeah, you did. Look at how wet you are. Great work. Alrighty. Well, planter's out. Hopefully the weather actually cooperates a little bit. It does not look like that going that way, but it says no more rain for the day.
It said no rain last night.
It said no rain last night. One of my college buddies who lives a little west of here, his whole house, yard, everything is flooded. Like feet of water. Yeah. Joel's stuff is pretty flooded too.
Yeah.
Not Joel Bartlett. Because I know, Joel, you're going to text me. But your stuff's probably flooded too. Alrighty, I guess I'm going to wash the 4640 off. Got the snow scraper. I might need to use both hands, but at least get most of the mud off before I wash it. Tom Lane's still offering to come in and wax it up like the 8820 did, but that's not till after we get done with all this stuff. Highly recommend that. Little pressure washer action. Well, that's a little bit better. I didn't get perfect, like all the wheels and everything, because they're just gonna go get muddy anyways, or move around, or pieces off. But at least we're not covered in mud all over. So got it washed up, and I'll probably go put it back on the planter so that it's ready to rock and roll for the next time. I do see that we bent this from being so deep in freaking mud. That is wild. That corner is all bent down. Those were cheap, but they work awesome. So, yeah. A lot of fun. Looks a little better. We are going to go back up and hook it back to the planter that we pulled out there. And honestly, hope that Mother Nature gives us a better try. It honestly looks like it's raining over there. They say 0% chance of rain today, but so I think we actually made out somewhat okay. It is 100% raining in front of us. It's gotta be. I don't know, we're gonna find out. It's actually gorgeous over here. But, I think we made out okay because we dropped our grass. It rained. Yes, it got the grass wetter, but there's people out dropping grass now to try to get it ready for Wednesday. And I think ours will dry out. It's got to get tedded, and but the people that are trying to drop grass now are battling wetter ground conditions and making ruts and trying. So we might be okay on this stuff. At the end of the day, it's not going to be amazing because it's later, no matter what. But we need to get it off to keep progress moving forward. Well, hopefully that rain, that it looks like it's raining, that it just keeps getting windy, stays away. Wind keeps up, temps come out, and we can finish up corn and our grass dries. But yeah, another day in it. It's getting exhausting. So see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.